boys and gals, and welcome back. So, we do have confirmation on what the next weekly dragon in DML is going to be, as thanks to the upcoming event schedule that was posted on the Gameloft forums, because people that are in Gameloft are going to be away because there is a public holiday, so they decided to post the info early. So, of course, with this upcoming weekly schedule is for next week, which is the second lot of Divine Chess week. So the Heimdall one, we have Brunhilda in the boss challenge, which is one of my favourite dragons from this new set of events that's coming. Otto's Lotto, Farming Fanatic solo events, and of course, the weekly dragon. So, the Jester dragon has already put all of his info on the DML wiki. Well, he didn't do it, obviously. The DML wiki staff did, but this is his breeding table of possible outcomes right here, and the combination is going to be the ice plus honey dragon. So if you do want to start breeding him, get those two dragons ready, and the possible outcomes are all here. No shared breeding time, but if you do have VIP, what is it, level 8, then you can also breed an elixir dragon. But apart from that, breeding times are pretty fine. Most of them are 8 hours, 10 hours or below. So overall, a pretty basic dragon of the week breed, and it is for a dragon that I personally have never had before. So I am very much looking forward to breeding him again. This week we got the Pumpkin Dragon for Halloween. Next week we are getting the Jester Dragon, which has never been available really before, apart from, you know, special events where I have only ever won one of those. So rest in peace me. But he is coming regardless. So again, that is the Dragon of the Week news. And if you do want to read a little bit more about the upcoming event schedule, they have written a little bit about it, so you know, you can get tickets from Otto's Lotto, reach milestones, tweet earn divine tickets in the solo event, Farming Fanatic weekend event to get us some more tickets, and the boss challenge. Obviously, if you win 4 rounds, then you'll get the Brunhilda dragon. And then they tell us all of the dragons that are coming in next week's Divine Chest, but we already knew what was coming anyway, so the rest of that is sort of unnecessary extra info that we already knew anyway. But, you know, since the castle event is going to be over next week as well, you can feel free to breed for that Jester dragon as much as you damn want, because there's no event keeping you back, unless there's like something in the solo missions that you really want to get through. But I mean, the solo missions, if it's done the same as they did it in part 1, it's probably not even going to be that difficult. And again, considering how cheap it is on the earlier levels, you can just gem through like the first 3 levels and it'll cost you like a grand total of 20 gems, not even. And you'll get through the event quite quickly doing that. But I have to say, even though they did improve on the Nordic missions event compared to previous events like that, it was still ungodly boring. At least to me. Maybe you loved it, maybe you really did love it and it was your favourite event of all time. I just find the solo events, like that one, so incredibly boring. Again, I don't know what they can do to fix it for me, but I just don't think I'll ever like them. Even castle events are super boring because of the cooldowns, but at least there's no RNG involved in them, or nothing that can hinder your overall progress, I suppose. So what else do we need to do to collect more points here? Collect food, breeding dragons, catching creatures, and winning battles. So easiest one to do there, obviously, is winning some battles. We still do have 2 hours of VIP, and it is currently 12. So I basically set my VIP to last until 2 AM. Am I really going to be awake until 2 AM? Yes, but I probably won't be playing DML. So I don't know how good of an idea that was. Like, why last night did it get to 2 AM? Right, and I come back to the PC, I do my reset stuff, and then decide I'm gonna put on VIP right now. Why would I do that? Couldn't I have put it on at a more convenient time, so I can get a little bit more value out of it to do map fights and such? I guess not. It's just like every time I decide to record at 1 in the morning, I just put everything on. And hey, I only have myself to blame for that. We did get free VIP tickets from the the Watsuma who had the divine chests as well. So, I guess I can't complain. At least we've got our instant tickets now, I suppose. Maybe that's why I did it, because I couldn't be bothered to actually do the fights. Yeah, that actually does sound like something I would do. Like, literally just waste VIP because I can't be bothered to stay up an extra hour to finish off all the points. Yeah, that probably is what happened, isn't it? Oh, well. As long as we get the value out of the tickets and we don't waste it, we get the event done. Guess it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. So, since we can't really do anything else, do we have any gold vaults, gold mines to complete? None? No, we don't have a single gold mine either. Well, if you're in doubt and you have no other battles to really complete, just go to a boss that is the hardest boss that you can complete and just bash it up. That is the way that I get all of my fights done during event timers, because obviously getting 400 points every reset, sometimes you don't want to have to log in multiple times in a 6-hour period, especially at night. So if I just want to get him over and done with quickly, I just go to Oak Thorny, one-shot him, he's dead. I can also one-shot the Malice Striker fight, but I have to wait for the animation to go by, and that takes a little bit too long for my liking. So I literally, for that reason alone, I get less gold out of it, but because it is like literally 3 seconds faster, I just do Ike Thorny. Oak Thorny. Ike Thorny. I mixed up the Ike Thurner name with Oak Thorny. Ike Thorny. I like that. That would be a nice little mishmash name to call a dragon. If there was enough space to fit all of the letters in, obviously. But hey. Whatever. I don't even care anymore. All that I want to do is get this castle event finished. Get all of the dragons out of the next set of divine chests. Because Ike Thurner, to be honest with you, I cut it really close with him last week. Where, literally it was our last few chests that I could open where we ended up getting him. So I'm hoping the RNG stays on our side. And we get a few more multi-pieces this time. Because the only time we got multi-pieces for dragons, like 40 pieces or 80 pieces, was for a dragon that we already had. Because that happened with the Ratatosca. We got a few 5 pieces, I'll give it that. But, come on, just give me a few more full pieces for dragons. I think, all things considered, my luck is either very, very average, or has been a little bit below average with the divine chests so far. Considering how many we've opened over time, obviously. Because there are people that could go, yeah, well, my luck was worse. I've never even seen more than a single piece. And it's like, yeah, but you've only ever opened 10 chests. I've opened hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Maybe even thousands. I don't think it is thousands. I think it is still in the hundreds. But that's what we get for being a free-to-play event player. Because obviously, since we have VIP levels and I bought the clam subscription because it was on sale recently, we're obviously not free to play. But during the events, like, in terms of the divine chests in particular, I've never spent money on those awful tickets. Like, I've never put on money just to spend on divine tickets. Because I'm not going to play with RNG like that. It's not my thing. If there was a guarantee after X amount, maybe I'd be a little bit more inclined. But even the other dragons, you're not guaranteed to get them, so it's whatever. I don't care too much. We've accepted the game is the way that it is, so that is the way that it will stay anyway. So we will accept these gifts. Oh, and by the way, I finally, after all this time, got the seasonal sweetness badge. After all this time, they finally fixed this bug where it would not give me this badge. Because I assure you, I bred more than 3 monthly dragons a good long time ago. So I don't know why it took so long, but there you go. There's one bug fixed for now. But anyway, guys, that is everything I wanted to go through. So like I said, make sure you are prepared for the next Dragon of the Week. And do also remember that the Chevalier Dragon is coming tomorrow. So there's going to be a breeding guide. It is going to be a tough one to actually get a hold of, but we will all try our best. So for now, thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, I'll see you then.